Talking about platform, we are often told that we are in the middle of a revolution. Many magazines and newspapers talk about the platform revolution. It is often said that many industries are changing due to the diffusion of platforms. Companies like Airbnb and Uber have often been labeled as disruptors, changing the industries they operate in. That's surely true, even though, here in the platform room, we've seen how the platform models are anything but new. In these days, there is another mantra that is often repeated. Blockchain will revolutionize everything. Looking at news titles, blockchain represents the end of almost any problems and the beginning of a revolution that may significantly change the reality we live in.
As it always happens with disruptive technologies, the initial pace of a revolution tends to be slow, with early experiments that are the basis for future innovations. Still, going back to our platforms, what's the role of blockchain for digital platforms? Is it disrupting the disruptors or is it enhancing them? Today, we talk about this in the platform room, a space where, in a few minutes, we present you one of our articles about the world of platforms and innovation. Let's start with the basics. What is a blockchain? Blockchain is a decentralized network which, relying on the computational capacity of network participants, allows the exchange of assets between untrusted actors through an online transaction without the need for a trusted intermediary. Blockchain is a technology that builds upon four principles: peer-to-peer network, cryptography and the digital signature, immutability of data, consensus mechanism as rules and governance.
Let's try to make it practical with an example. CyberMiles was founded in Asia in 2017 to create a decentralized blockchain solution for the e-commerce industry, supporting smart business contracts. Working on a smart contract platform like Ethereum, it aims to avoid rent-seeking monopoly behaviors, targeting a fair allocation of network rewards while achieving greater network effects using economic incentives. The goal of the platform is to enhance the community around it. The VP of Communication told us, the idea is to build up a network offering business services for its members, by its members. The governance structure is open, all members have a voice in strategic decisions. In the same vein, the governance of disputes among parties will also be self-managed by users who will play the role of arbiters. Hence, the company plays a different role in comparison to traditional marketplaces, not being an intermediary but working behind the scenes. In their view, the platform will move gradually to the background with respect to commerce activities, leaving the marketplace governed by the community itself. As it always happens with blockchain-enabled platforms, CyberMiles is based on its cryptocurrency, a token.
Looking at this example, and more broadly with our study, we come to value some significant differences among traditional platforms and decentralized platforms based on blockchain. First, the role of platform provider, that somehow splits in two. On the one side, the blockchain provider, like Ethereum, for example, that becomes the enabling technology, a generator of a platform as a service. On the other side, a service provider, like CyberMiles. Second, the role of users. The two sides, identifiable as buyers and sellers in traditional platforms, still exist, but it's easier to identify them as members of the blockchain, who can play different roles in different services, or simply decide to own the tokens. And third, the tokens. The blockchain generates another type of externality called token-based externality. People can decide to buy tokens of a given decentralized platform to invest in it, believing that those tokens will be more valuable in the future. These three key points allow blockchain-based decentralized platforms to be different from what we are most familiar with as users. But the very technology they're based on, with the values of transparency and sharing at core, could foster the emergence of new businesses and new business models, where the value of the data generated during the service will also be shared with the users. It seems that the blockchain can enhance the platform models, letting them evolve towards something different, but keeping at the center the idea of enabling transactions and possibly bringing back part of the power to the end users.
Want to know more? In the description of this video, you can find our article Disrupting the Disruptor or Enhancing Them, how blockchain reshapes two-sided platforms, that presents some case studies showing how different companies are using blockchain to create platforms and deepening the model we just introduced.